Prophet Uzayr was a man of deep faith and constant devotion to his Creator. He traveled across vast lands on his faithful donkey, seeking knowledge and spiritual growth. One day, he arrived at a desolate city where crumbling ruins stood in total silence. The houses were empty, and the streets were reclaimed by the dust of time. Uzayr looked at the decay and wondered aloud, "How will Allah restore this to life?" His heart was filled with curiosity about the power of the Almighty over death. Suddenly, Allah caused Uzayr and his donkey to pass away in that very spot. A deep, eternal sleep fell upon the Prophet, lasting for 100 long years. Then, by the command of Allah, the soul of Uzayr returned to his body. He looked around, expecting to see the same ruins he had encountered before. Nearby, his donkey had long since turned into a pile of scattered, dry bones. Then, a miraculous sight unfolded before his very eyes in the desert sun. The donkey stood up, alive and healthy, just as it had been before. Uzayr watched in awe as the miracle of resurrection was performed by Allah. A voice echoed, asking, "How long have you remained in this state, O Uzayr?" Uzayr thought for a moment and replied, "I have stayed a day, or part of a day." The voice corrected him gently, "No, you have remained here for 100 years. Uzayr was stunned, his mind struggling to grasp the passage of an entire century. He looked at his food and drink, which he had brought with him that day. To his utter amazement, the provisions were still fresh and perfectly preserved. Not a single drop of his drink had evaporated, nor had his food spoiled. He realized that time had no power over what Allah wishes to protect. The Prophet stood in the presence of the Divine, feeling his own insignificance. He understood that his own life and death were entirely in the hands of Allah. The ruins around him seemed to glow with the truth of the Creator's might. He felt a profound peace wash over his soul as the realization took hold. With a heart full of gratitude, Uzayr bowed his head in humble submission. He exclaimed, "Now I know that Allah has power over all things." This event was a clear sign for all who doubt the promise of resurrection. It serves as a reminder that life after death is a certain truth. The story of Uzayr teaches us to trust in the wisdom of the Almighty. Even when things seem impossible, Allah can bring life from the dust. We must always keep our faith strong, regardless of the trials we face. The donkey stood patiently, a witness to the miracle that had just occurred. Uzayr prepared to continue his journey, his heart transformed by the experience. He walked out of the ruins, carrying a message of hope for all people. He shared his story with those he met, inspiring them to reflect deeply. Many found comfort in knowing that nothing is hidden from the sight of Allah. The legacy of Uzayr continues to guide believers toward a stronger, firmer faith. We are reminded that our time on earth is but a brief moment. Let us live our lives with the awareness of the Creator's infinite power. May we, like Uzayr, find clarity and peace in the signs around us. Uzayr traveled on, a living testament to the mercy and grace of Allah. His journey became a beacon for those seeking the path of righteousness. He lived the rest of his days in constant remembrance of his Lord. The memory of the 100-year sleep never left his heart or mind. It fueled his prayers and deepened his connection to the divine realm. We are invited to reflect on this story whenever we feel lost. Believe in the power of Allah, for He is the giver of life. He is the one who sustains all things, from the smallest to the greatest. Let this story be a light in the darkness of uncertainty and doubt. Peace be upon Uzayr, the man who saw the power of Allah firsthand.